Hey, it's Rich. Welcome back. I just finished week 83 on my weight loss drugs. I took this week's shot just a few minutes ago. So far, so awesome. I continue on the Mounjaro, moving away from Wegovy in late November. It's been a really solid move for me. I wanted to talk this week about protein. Just a few comments about it. I know that if you've watched this channel, you may have seen that I have a lot of shorts making food, and the food generally involves amping up the protein. So adding protein powder to something, making if you make muffins, add protein to the muffin. If you make whatever, like even fluff, which is just protein powder, some frozen strawberries, for example, or mangoes or something like that, and some water, and then whip it up for 2 or 3 minutes, and you get something that starts out like this, and it ends up like this, and it's really, really filling, and it's very little calories. That recipe I just said, or that those ingredients I just said, are roughly about 200 calories total. Right? It's nothing. You can have that and then eat a full set of meals and be really satisfied. So I do that a lot at night just to make sure I get enough protein. And if I'm feeling hungry, I will do that, and it really helps. Well, I wanted to talk about protein in particular because as I've been doing this, as I've been going on my weight loss journey, I've been using the one of the trackers for tracking my food, and it's obvious that I'm struggling getting protein in my diet. So I have to focus on that. And some of the benefits are that, first of all, it prevents muscle loss, which you burn more calories just because you have more muscles. But there's really three reasons for it. One is it makes you feel fuller, right? That type of food, protein makes you feel like you are full, which is what the drug does too. So it's a double effect, which is really great. Another is that apparently, which again, I don't know, I'm just reading off the internet, and the internet's never wrong. Reading off the internet that it says that it takes more calories to process protein than it does for fats and carbs. So, it's a little bit of a win that way. And then third is that it stops the reduction of your metabolism. It stops the slowing down of your metabolism. So as you lose weight, your metabolism starts to slow down, which makes it harder to lose more weight. And apparently protein has a little bit of a contra effect on that, in part because it keeps your muscles there and you're burning more, makes it a little easier. So, I'm heavy on protein, and I will, I'd never thought having protein powder on a regular basis, adding protein powder to different things was a good thing, but I really like it. So, and it's helpful, and I don't ingest a lot of calories when I'm able to get my protein up to the level that I want. And they talk about, I've seen lots of people say you should eat the amount of protein in grams of what you want to weigh in real life, in pounds. So say you want to weigh, say 150 pounds, then you should eat 150 grams of protein. That's a lot. That's a tremendous lot. I rarely hit that level. I can get to about 100 pretty easily, but then beyond that, so like 8 ounces of chicken, I think, of breast meat is like 50 grams of protein. So you'd have to eat a pound of chicken, pound and a half of chicken in order to get that. That's a lot. So protein powders are really big help there. Anyhow, you didn't come to listen to me here talk about protein. Let's talk about, today is Martin Luther King weekend, so I was thinking about Sunday. And Sunday, Sunday's, it's kind of a sad day, right? You know what's coming. The next day is a work day, so Sunday's a sad day. But you know what? The day before is even a Saturday. Saturday? No. I was seeing that I was watching one of the news shows, and they were talking about how one of the Apple stores, where you go and get your iPhones and stuff like that at the mall, the Apple store was robbed. Does that mean that all the people there that saw it are eyewitnesses? Right? Eyewitnesses, iPhone, iPad. Yeah. Anyhow, how did I do this week? Had a great week. Everything seemed to get back on track. I was a little concerned last week because I actually gained a little weight. This week I lost 5 pounds. That brings me down to a total of 116 pounds since I started this journey, and 29 pounds since I switched over to Mounjaro. See you next week.